Hey, I'm Amy Camp, and today, welcome to our channel. We love our piggies a latte. I am the proud owner of 3 guinea pigs, caramel, chocolate, and cappuccino. And today, I'm going to be reviewing the Guinea Loft cage for you. I've owned guinea pigs several times. This is the second time that I've had guinea pigs. I got them for my kids, and there's lots of options out there right now for cages, and today I want to give you a review of a newer type of cage that I think is actually a great addition to what was offered before. So let me tell you a little bit about the company that is building these wonderful cages. It's called Guinea Loft, and it was originally created by a 16-year-old girl named Bella Lynn. And she had owned guinea pigs, and she really didn't like some of the cages that she had, and she couldn't find what she really wanted for her guinea pigs, and so she actually created this in 2022 when she was 16, and now in 2026 she's making over $700,000 a year selling these amazing acrylic cages. So I want to give you a quick review of her product and let you know all the pros and cons that you can find if you decide to buy this particular cage. One of the first things that I find as a pro is the price. It's not super expensive. This particular cage you can buy on Amazon for $57 and a few cents. And you can get it overnight or even 2 days, which is great. Excuse our cat, who is also checking out the cage today. So let's look at the packaging. So the packaging is really nice. I really like it. It comes in this small box, and it's really compact and easy to handle. It doesn't come in something that's huge. It's nice and heavy, and so when you get it, you can open it up, and this is what's inside the box. We're gonna take a quick look. You're gonna see a piece of acrylic. Don't throw that away. You do need it to actually assemble your cage the first time. After that, you probably won't need it, but you definitely wanna keep it. And then it also comes with some liners that go underneath the cage, and it also comes with the paper that goes underneath that liner. You also have some wet wipes to clean your acrylic, and then you have the boxes that the acrylic is in. When the acrylic comes to you, it actually has a protective film on it, which I think is a great pro because it really protects the acrylic, keeps it from getting scratched. That's also why you need that little piece of acrylic. You obviously don't want to use something sharp or metal to try to get that protective film off because it will scratch your acrylic, and that's why they give you the little piece to do that. In each one of these boxes, you get 6 pieces of acrylic. And then the great thing too is they give you your hardware in these little tiny boxes, and they also give you a screwdriver. I would suggest that you keep this because then if you need to travel or go somewhere with your guinea pigs, you can actually take your cage apart, put everything right back here in the box, and then you are ready to go, which I think is a great pro. I would say another pro for the Guinea Loft cage is it's super easy to assemble. So it comes with all the hardware and the screwdriver, and it's really simple brackets that put every piece of acrylic together. Even my 7-year-old with just a little bit of assistance can put this cage together in about 15 minutes, which I think is a great thing. So you'll notice it has some little L brackets here. The screws are on the outside, and then also has some I brackets here. As you can see, our cat, he wants to be a guinea pig. He thinks this cage is so cool, he wants to get in there. So that's a great pro, is the ease of assembly. Now, the one part that's a con for the assembly is the first time that you assemble it. Taking that film off is not easy. You do have to scratch it. It seems kind of counterintuitive to scratch your acrylic, but you have to actually scratch it pretty hard in order to get the film off of it. And so that is probably a con. The next pro is that it's really easy to clean. So one of the things that you can notice for this is that the company actually promotes this sandy beach bedding that you can put down into the bottom of the cage, and then it makes it super easy because they give you this liner down here, and it actually has a wax bottom. The really cool thing about it is if you are using the sandy beach bedding, you can literally just fold it up and throw it away. I'm gonna show you real quick how easy it is. It actually has holes on the top, so you can actually just grab it on both sides. Lift your cage off, obviously after you have taken your guinea pigs out. And then you literally are just going to fold the paper up, and then you can just throw it away, which makes it super easy to clean. Now at our house, we prefer to use fleece bedding because we like it to be a little more economical and reusable, but that means that our liners actually last a really long time because there's never any liquid that actually gets down to the liner. So we don't even need to buy more liners very often because of that. Now, on the con of cleaning is putting your cage back on there. It's much easier if you have 2 people, but if you only have 1 person, it can be a little bit difficult. I'm gonna show you, but first I'm gonna put this cat down who wants to get in this cage. So what you wanna do, once again, is you're gonna pick up your cage using those holes, and then you're gonna set it down into your liner. And you wanna make sure you kind of line up the corners. You kind of line them up and then you kind of push them down into that end. And then you just have to lift up this other side right here and kind of stick it in. Now, if you have an additional person, this is a whole lot easier. But I would say this is a con of this cage, is that getting the liner around can be a little bit tricky with 1 person, but it's not horrible. If you have 2 people, you can easily lift it in there and quickly put it in. So that's definitely a clue. The other thing is it's super easy to clean and maintain, like I said before. Once again, unlike some of our traditional cages, or even the CNC cages, this cage, because it is full plexiglass on the front, or acrylic, it keeps all the mess contained within the cage. Very little mess is coming outside of your cage, whereas if you have a CNC cage or a regular cage, your pigs are probably getting hay outside of their cage, they're probably even getting poop outside their cage. With this particular cage, you aren't gonna have a lot of those things happening because it keeps it all in there for you. Now, on the flip side, a con to this is that the walls are really low. So while it is really easy to clean, if you have a particular guinea pig that likes to climb or likes to get out, that can be an issue. Now, they do sell a cage lid on Amazon as well that you can put on the top of it. In another video, we will be reviewing that as well, so you can see the difference between the 2 lids that they have for this particular cage. Another pro to the Guinea Loft is that it has clear walls that you can see through, which I think is a great way to be able to enjoy your guinea pigs. Unlike traditional cages where you could rarely see your guinea pig, they might be completely hidden, or your CNC cages that have all those grids, here you can see all the action happening, which I think is amazing. And it makes having our guinea pigs a lot more enjoyable because we can watch them no matter where we're sitting and just enjoy them. So that is definitely a pro. Another pro is that you can add extra layers to this cage if you want by adding additional cages, tubes that go with it to expand it. So if your herd expands or you get additional guinea pigs, or let's say you have some guinea pigs that are fighting and you need to separate them, you can easily put up retaining walls or add an additional cage to this particular setup. I would say a con is that the lid is extra, and if you have other animals like we do here, then you're gonna have to pay more to keep them safe. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Guinea Loft cage. You can, like I said, buy it on Amazon. It's about $57. The bottoms here for replaceable ones, if you want that ease of cleaning, also on there for a whole month supply. It's only $13.79, which I think is a great price. You can also buy the lid like we have done as well, and that is $57.99. I put those links down in the description of this video in case you decide to buy those items. I hope you enjoyed this review and it helped you decide on what kind of cage you might like for your guineas. That's all for us tonight. We love our Piggies Latte. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.